So we're breaking some bread from heaven here by Flamborough Lighthouse. Here we can see 70 weeks are determined that the Messiah shall be cut off. This is in the book of Daniel, chapter 9, verse 26. So, Daniel says 70 weeks the Messiah cut off. Now, 70 weeks are determined, which is 490 days. And a day is a prophetical year, so 490 years. Now, from the time of the building of the wall, not from Cyrus, but Artaxerxes, that takes us up to the time of the Messiah, the Mashiach, who was to be cut off, or Mashiach. And in the Hebrew, the word there, Mashiach, is cut off as well. The word cut off means capital punishment. Now, capital punishment was stoning in the Old Testament, but in the New Testament times, when the Messiah was cut off, it was crucifixion. And that's why in chapter 22 of the book of the Psalms, verse 16, the Messiah would be, it talks about they have his hands and feet pierced. So, now, what was the time? 490 days. So in Ezekiel, it's a day for a year in chapter 4, verse 6. So, chapter 4 and verse 6 for Ezekiel, a day is a year. Now, he was to lie on his right side and cook with dung for 40 days. I think that represents the time of, I can't remember this, the last two or three kings, isn't it? From Josiah, part of Josiah, and then Zedekiah. Forgot him now. Anyway, times and dates. 40 years, 40 days is 40 years. Now, if you look at the time in Revelation, the time is, let's have a look, 40 days and 4. So we got 1,260 days or years from the time of the two prophets, which were to be the two prophets in the street. 1,260. Now, 1,260 days or years. Take a look for that. And that is here. In Daniel, we read, "Blessed are those who wait and come to 1,305 and 30 days." Right, there you go. So, I think that's to do with when the Reformation was established. Personally, that's what I think. If you add the days of Martin Luther, because 1,260 days takes you from Constantine, the first Pope, in 325, to Martin Luther and the Reformation. And then to have it established, right, is that time, 1,300, 5 and 30. So that's what I think. Now, if we take a look at this chapter here, that 5 months are determined, which is 5 threes, 150. Okay, that's a Roman calendar, Jewish calendar, English calendar. They're all approximately the same, bar a few days over thousands of years, bar, literally weeks, hardly anything in it. Right. If we look at Revelation chapter 9, that's where it talks about 40. 5 months, which is 150 days, which is 150 years. Then it says they would spit out fire and brimstone and smoke. Right. Now think about that. Fire, brimstone and smoke. It had the hair of a woman and a breastplate of iron, and it made a noise of many chariots. Okay. Now that reminds me of aeroplanes. Now if you take the time from First World War, when they was commanded not to kill grass, the locust which flew in the air, and the hair of a woman, it had a face of a man in it. Okay. That beast was for 150 days or 150 years. We take it from the First World War, when the bombs were first established. The bombs and the aeroplanes. We better go. The sea's coming in. The bombs and the aeroplanes with machine guns on. Okay, they spat out fire, brimstone and smoke, as the Bible says. There we go.